What's going on, guys? What do you need? Oh, grab your phone up here. Well, there we go. What's going on, guys? It's the usual GC Inns PlayStation centric podcast. I'm your host, Chris Gillette, along with Garth Moore. I'll put the camera on you.
What's
Drinking some water.
How's it going?
How's it going?
No, I'm actually drinking coconut
Oh,
water.
coconut water. Okay. You
Yeah.
enjoying that? I'm drinking the Tahitian treat.
Well, my mom gave me the rest of it because she was like, "Oh, have this." So I was like, "All right, I'll take it." But yeah,
Nice.
this is good though. It's actually pretty good.
Very nice. Yeah, see, I don't drink this much. It's Veronica's kind of thing, but she likes a lot of fruit punch. I just like
Yeah,
Dr.
I do.
Pepper, Mountain Dew, or
I do too.
something like that, or Monster. But hey, we have it, so I was like, whatever. Let me have some fruit punch. I like Hawaiian punch though. Hawaiian punch is always good.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways,
Hawaiian punch is good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hawaiian punch is good. Anyways, like we're saying, this is your PlayStation centric podcast. If you guys want to, you can go over to our Facebook page, facebook.com/group/gamercade. Conversation always going on over there. All the news and everything from the week, which we're probably going to end up talking about. Some stuff that just got recently released today, yesterday. So we'll like to stay up to date. You also can go over to our website at gamercade.squarespace.com. That's where everything is. Podcasts, Twitter, whatever. You can find all that. It's like the one-stop shop for everything gaming for our Gamescast, which is every Sunday, and then you can get that during the week. And then you can also get our PlayStation podcast during the week as well. We hit you up, guys, with every week. So far, this is episode 14. So 14 straight, 14 weeks of fucking PlayStation and pizza. It's crazy. 14 weeks straight. That's insane to really think about that.
Out of these 14 weeks, I've only had pizza once out of these 14 weeks.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
I probably had it.
And it
more
was
than
just
that.
last week as well. So I haven't had it very much.
Oh yeah. Well, we what we've been playing. I'll start off this week. I think usually I always ask you. Today.
Yeah, I was actually about to say, I was about to tell you, I was like, why don't you go first this time, since I always go first. I was going to say that too. You just happened to go first. What a coincidence.
Very nice. Yeah. We had a doctor's appointment today. With Veronica's pregnancy and stuff. So we were doing some simple stuff, but we had to wait around for like 3 hours. So I took my Vita. I played some. I always have my Vita at work, or if I'm out and about or something. So
I bet that
Golf.
Vita comes in handy. I bet that Vita comes in handy in the doctor's office.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
it
Because
does.
you gotta wait a
yeah,
lot.
Yeah, I love it. But the Vita's gonna have a heavy presence this episode because I got a lot to talk about this week. But I was gonna say, I was playing some Hot Shots Golf Invitational, which I always go back to. It's just one of those games I just go back to because it has a lot of unlocks, like costumes, courses. The single player gets a point to where it's ridiculous. I still haven't got past I'm at the expert level. The closest I can get to is second, and I don't like to settle for second. And I think there's 6 to 8 courses in expert, and I'll do really good, right? I'm doing really good. I'm doing great. And then when it comes down to like the final 3 holes out of an 18 hole, I start doing really bad. I'm like forcing myself, and then I blow it. I end up getting like having first, and I go all the way to last 20th. I'm like, wow, I got to replay this whole thing over and over. So I get frustrated with that and like, screw it. So
Wow.
I started playing some Driver 76 again. That game's getting tough too. There's some difficult missions on there. And then I start failing them, and you're getting frustrated and all that. But it's fun though. I like it. It's something. It's a good driver game. It's one of my favorites actually now. And really quality title for a PSP game, which is pretty crazy. The driver games are always great in my opinion. I really love that series. What else? Oh, and some Need for Speed Most Wanted. That's always fun on the Vita.
Oh yeah. Of course.
Yeah, and a lot of good games and some other stuff I'll talk about Vita here pretty soon. But besides that, what else? Me and you have been playing WWE. We started our CCW the Chaotic Championship Wrestling universe, which will get that up here on the YouTube channel sometime soon, so you guys can check that out. Some crazy matchups, a lot of good stuff, good commentary. So I can't wait to get that up. We did what 3 weeks worth of recording, pretty much.
That or a little bit more, because I think we had an hour worth, an hour and a half worth of stuff.
So it was like 2 hours.
I might have
158.
Yeah, minutes. So I think we might have a little bit more than 3 episodes. We might have like 6 episodes of stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna do 15 minutes apiece. So, shit. What else did I really dig into? A little bit of Madden 16. I'm still like hitting the franchise. I'm doing a game or two here or there. Really, that's it. I've been wanting to play more Doom and stuff, but between like editing the podcast and trying to edit some video stuff and play some games on the go and stuff, I really haven't had too much time to sit here and play some games I really like to. But what about you, Garth?
Well, I can finally say that I have beaten every Borderlands game.
All right, CP Borderlands 2.
Yay!
Yeah, all right.
Borderlands 2. I've beaten games within the span. Yeah, so I've beaten 2 Borderlands games within the span of a week. So I beat the Tales from the Borderlands, and then I beat the
Tales from the Borderlands.
The Borderlands 2. Yeah. So yeah, but I'm not done with Borderlands 2. I'm playing a Christmas DLC right now.
See, I never dabbled with the Borderlands 2 DLCs like at all, that I can recall, anyways.
There's a Halloween DLC as well. Well, there's like which is pretty cool. Not very many, games have that.
Okay.
But I'm gonna try to. I want to try to beat each DLC now for Borderlands 2, and try to get up to level 72. But I'm not guaranteeing anything, because if I move up, because now that I beat it, that's what I mainly wanted to do. But if something comes up, like if you get a game or something, because you said that you were gonna get a game, I might be like,
yeah, definitely. I'm like,
see you later, Borderlands.
I'm a big Monster Truck fan. I'm a big Monster Truck
fan. Yeah, it was on PS3 for like $2.99, right, or $3.99 or something like that.
Yeah, something. But it's Monster Jam Destruction or something. I cannot remember, but I like those games a lot. I actually have one on PC, the newer one. It's actually on the Windows Store. It's very similar to was it like Monster Truck Madness 64? Have you ever played that?
Oh no, I haven't. But that's the NWO one, right?
The
one where
it came out.
That's the one where Kevin Nash is in the commercial, right?
If Kevin Nash is in the commercial, it might be. He might have been. I'm not sure exactly.
They have WCW. They have WCW trucks in that game.
Oh, WCW. Yeah. You're right. My favorite truck in that game was Monster Patrol. But anyways, I seen that was on sale, so I was like, you know what? I like those games, and they have another one. It's a little older. It came out like 2010, I think, and I rented that one.
Yeah.
And the trophies and stuff are really easy, and it's fun. It's a rewarding game. There's a lot of content in it too, which is cool, like freestyle and drag racing and stuff like that. So I seen that was on sale. MXGP. There's a lot of stuff on sale. I just kind of added some stuff to my cart if I end up getting something, but it's like everything all together is like super cheap, like $9 or something. I was like, holy shit. So I really like how they're doing some sort of sell,
like Steam,
kind of like Steam, but rivaling it in some sort of way. Plus they're having 2 weeks, which is really cool. So we'll have to see what happens next week. That's interesting.
Yeah.
But so Borderlands, man.
I'm not bored though yet. I mean, Borderlands is always. I always have fun with Borderlands.
Right.
But I started this. I beat it with a Psycho.
Psycho. Okay, yeah. Psycho was a cool character. I always liked him. And Dallas, we're gonna actually talk about BioShock later. It's actually in the title, so fuck yeah.
Oh yeah. But Tales from the Borderlands was pretty good. My favorite character was the loader bot.
Loaderbot?
As funny as that sounds.
I don't know if
he was my favorite character.
Loaderbot.
No, he's not an
like
he's
a character in the game though, right?
No, he's not a like a character you play as.
Not
He's just a background
playable character. Right, yeah.
And these older bots were always attacking you in the game, but this one is a friendly one.
Okay.
And yeah, he's probably my favorite character.
Nice.
That and Athena. Athena
who's your favorite character outside of a playable character in part 1?
Outside of a playable character in part 1?
No, not a playable character, just a character in the game.
My favorite character in part 1?
Borderlands 1, yeah.
Probably the I want to say.
I thought you would say Handsome Jack or something.
Roland.
Okay.
No, Handsome Jack isn't in the first game.
He's not. I thought he was a psych. I thought he was. No, who am I thinking of?
No.
What was the doctor's name?
Probably either like Roland or Lilith.
Okay.
Are
Lilith's,
my favorite
yeah, I like
characters
Lilith.
from the first.
What's the doctor's name in the first game? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Zed.
Zed, Doctor. Yeah, I like him too. He's not too bad.
Yeah, he's in all the Borderlands games.
Yeah, I like when you first meet him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anything else besides Borderlands? In Borderlands.
Just the crew, and then I got the new update for Uncharted.
Right. Yeah. Which we'll talk about.
I've been playing that.
How you digging it though?
The map is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's kind of like Uncharted 2.
So far, I've only played it. So far, I've played about 30 games. Played it twice.
Twice? Okay.
Yeah. I swear, Naughty Dog's got to get their matchmaking.
Well, yeah, but that's not bad though, because
like,
think about it. Like it would get really shitty playing it over and over and over. To be honest.
No, I would want to play it over and over because it is new,
right?
And I want to play it a lot.
Yeah,
but like
I wouldn't want.
I hate it because like there's only like 8 maps in the game, so you would think 30 of those games you would play at least 4 times, not 2.
There's 8 including the new map, right?
9 including the new map, but still, you know, I wish they could have played a little bit more. That's ridiculous. Like,
I'm sure they'll get something together. Did you see how there was a patch? They came out with a patch for the DLC, and then I think it was
because it was for the people who got the triple pack. It did people who had the triple pack
were having problems.
Right? Yeah, they were having issues.
Damn. Well, see how quick. I wonder how that didn't even take long to go through certification or anything. It was just like
there's a lot of cool new stuff. There's like pirate costumes and cool masks and all that stuff that you
all the vanity items, of course.
Yeah.
There's some good stuff in there. I need
easier to get relics now. A lot easier to get those.
Right. Yeah. Yep. Definitely have to get back in there and play some of that. I always liked unlocking the vanity items and stuff like that. That shit's always fun.
Yeah.
Anything else?
You take a long time to level up as well. It's not a fast game.
But that's good. Yeah.
Like, you know how when you play Call of Duty and you're level 10 within the 3rd game? I've played about 20 games and I'm only like a level 6.
Well, that's good. You know, you can grind and grind. I mean, hopefully it's not too grindy at a certain point. That would suck. Especially if you're trying to get to, what is it, like level 70 is the cap, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're happy they actually officially brought a level system? Does it make you feel more rewarded? Or there's an actual objective?
Yeah. I want some more modes. And I want more maps, so I still want a little bit more. That P90 though is just ridiculous.
Is it? I haven't. Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's funny that the P90 is in the game, is in the multiplayer, but it's not in the main campaign game. It's not in any of the Uncharted games. But
they're going to add all kinds of different weapons this time. Like they said, they're going to add all kinds of unique exotic weapons.
I hope they add the MP40. The one gun that was in Uncharted 1.
They also had the MP40 in Uncharted 2 as well.
I don't remember in Uncharted 2.
When you're in the God damn it, where was it at? It's that part where it's. Remember that big golden thing you had to scale up, and it was inside of it was like some tomb kind of thing, but it was really a tomb. It was like damn, I can't remember. But anyways, you had to scale up it.
You had to move the arms.
Yeah, move. You had to move. No, not that part. It was a different part. You had to scale up, and it goes around. Okay. And down below, you had to move the switch. But anyways, you fall into some water, and it's inside there. And then you come across some bad guys. It doesn't last very long either. It's probably lasts like 2-3 clips, and it's done. And I always wish they added some multiplayer because the rate of fire in that gun was ridiculous. I was like, man, this can do some damage. So
well, the rate of fire for the P90 is absolutely ridiculous. The damage is very low. Right, like the damage is.
But that's how it really.
Like the damage is. Yeah, right. But like the damage is like this. It doesn't do anything. But you're shooting them so fast that they die instantly.
Right. Yeah. So it evens itself out. So you see people using that gun a lot.
Yeah.
Too much.
I see them hip firing, just blasting, and then you die instantly.
Well, sadly, they're using it too much. All right. Anything else you've been playing?
Nah, that's all right. Just trying to finish Okami, and I'll eventually get to that. I'll eventually finish it, but it's a long game.
Right? Yeah, Okami.
I'm playing that in short. I'm playing it in short bursts.
Short little spurts.
I'm playing it like an hour at a time.
Yeah, you're making it last. At least you're making it last, though. You know what I'm saying?
I will beat it eventually.
Right. Yeah. Let's see. I already talked about what I was going to play. I was going to say this week is my turn for
topic of the week.
So I know we talked a little bit about the Vita on the show before, but this week is very interesting when it comes to the Vita because people are always like, oh, and it's funny because I was thinking about this with the releases that are coming up, and then you guys like Beyond. Love that show, by the way. If you guys haven't listened to Podcast Beyond, I recommend doing so. Awesome PlayStation podcast. And my boy Colin and Greg, kind of funny. They mentioned it as well, and I was like, we're a PlayStation podcast, and I was going to talk about it.
I was going to say, you must have heard Colin and Greg today.
It's a no-brainer because of the releases are coming up with the Vita. If you have a Vita, it's like these are very close to AAA games, and coming to the Vita still in a way, in a retrospect.
Lego Star Wars is
that too.
AAA.
Well, yeah,
and that's one of
certain point, right, and there's a bunch more, but I'll get to those. But anyways, me having a Vita, and people are just like, oh well, Vita's dead, or they've never had one, and they're just kind of like, well, Sony did this, Sony messed up here and there, but they still have never gotten one. The main point where Sony did screw up though on the PlayStation Vita was the memory cards. They're still insane. They haven't even dropped.
They're really expensive.
Yeah, it's just like they're almost as much as a Vita. If the Vita gets a price drop, it's going to be insane. So I hope they do something soon. This would be the perfect time of year to do so. But I wanted to I'll name these off also in the drop, but I wanted to talk about some of these, like God Eater Resurrection is kind of hack and slashy. It's got conventional weapons and stuff like that, and it's by Capcom, I believe. And it's for Vita and PS4 as well, digital only. But anyways, God Eater was the first one. They had God Eater Resurrection, which is releasing this week, I believe. Maybe it's got a weird release date, maybe it's
what type of game is it?
Thursday. It's like hack and slash style. It's got some RPG elements, conventional weapons. But anyways, they had the first one, which was it did well, but it just like mixed reviews. But apparently this one's doing pretty good. But the fans have always liked it, and the attachment rate on the Vita is absolutely ridiculous. Like there's like 13 million
attachment rates.
Attachment rate is where 13 million Vitas worldwide. Can't even talk tonight. worldwide, right? So those people that own a Vita usually buy
Yeah.
tons and tons and tons of games. So the sales are always really good when it comes to digital titles, which there's a lot of on the Vita and on the PlayStation Store.
Yeah.
So the attachment rate is insanely good. Like for instance, silly games like Taco Master, came out for Vita, and people didn't expect it was going to do very well. And there's other games, for example, that have came out, such as God Eater, like the original one, or Final Fantasy X-10-2, which got a port, which also got a HD port on PS4, and it did insanely well on the Vita. And now see, it doesn't cost a lot to develop for the Vita, but it does cost money. But they're making this money back easily with the attachment rate being so good. So it's nice to see that. But anyways, what I wanted to talk about was the Vita is getting so much love, and people don't realize it. They're like, oh, the Vita's dead. There's nothing coming out for Vita. But if you pay attention, there is. Like every week, like even our boy on YouTube, Metal Jesus. He is talking about like, he started becoming a Vita fan. He got one. He's a big retro collector, game collector, console, handheld collector, you name it. He has it. But he's like, I got a PlayStation Vita. I got to say, it's becoming one of my favorite handhelds. And I was like, me too. I've had a lot of handhelds over the years. 3DS, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, DS, you name it. I've had them. But it's just something about the quality of the games in the Vita, whether they're AAA or not. But anyways, God Eater Resurrection comes out this week for the PlayStation Vita. And you got Lego Star Wars, and every Star Wars game, not every Star Wars, every Lego game comes out on fucking Vita. And you would think is TT Games is obviously making some money somewhere, like Colin was saying.
Those games are perfect for
fucking, they make me want to play them on Vita because it's like the small screen experience seems perfect for them. That's like Axiom Verge. I don't want to play it on the PS4. I want to play it on the Vita. It feels right there. You know what I mean? But anyways, they're the superior handheld version already. Like the 3DS looks like shit compared to the the Lego game. This Lego game looks fucking amazing anyways for a Lego game. I know it sounds funny, but it's true. Anyways, like Colin was saying, he said these Lego games, they gotta quit making them. They can't be selling. But that's apparently not the case. They just keep bringing them over and over to the Vita. So that is getting released as well. And then you got Panda Run, which a lot of mobile games have been coming over to Vita as well. We just got some Delta Force jet game that's a mobile game. We got Taco Master, and now you're getting Panda Run, which comes out 6/30, which was yesterday. But anyways, that came out if you're into those type of ports. Let's see what else released. There's a couple other things. I'll start reading everything off once we jump into the actual drop. But Zero Escape, Zero Time Dilemma, PSV Digital. It gets a digital release and a retail release, which is crazy. Also, Final Fantasy. What is it called? Final Fantasy Heroes or something like that. With the little miniature ones. They revealed it at E3, and they showed some more off at the PlayStation Experience. That is also getting a release. That's a Square Enix game that's coming to the Vita, which is, oh my god, it's fucking mind-blowing that the Vita is getting releases like this still. It's crazy. But anyways, my topic is just like, why not want the Vita? Why not like the Vita? I know you even still want one, Garth. And how big is your library right now for your Vita? Like just from like PlayStation Plus alone?
Well over 40 games.
That's crazy. Like that's how mine like was before I even got a Vita. I was like, man, I have to get one. I have like all this content, and then I've been getting for free.
It's to the point where if I got a Vita, I would be so overwhelmed that I wouldn't even know where to start first.
That's and the thing is I have.
And that's the thing too with the memory card. It's like, why did Sony do that with their memory card? Like I'm gonna download like 3 games and already be in jeopardy of having
Well, see, I have this, what is it, 16 gig, and I have 10 games.
Which is fair.
Yeah,
that's
not
good
bad.
amount.
Yeah, and that's not including. I have like
It's not like you're going to go and play like 20 games at one time, anyway.
Right. And I have the PlayStation Now app. I have some other apps downloaded, so I have that as well, and I still have a little bit of extra space and stuff like that. So if I need patches or anything, so but yeah, it's crazy that it's still getting all kinds of love, and there's plenty of more games that are coming up, and we're gonna get more love.
Odin Sphere is also
Odin Sphere, yeah, it's also
is a Vita game. Yeah, it's on
right.
Vita.
Yeah, it is, and it got a physical release too. A lot of these games are getting physical releases, which is crazy weird. Not crazy weird, but it's just like it shows that obviously people are still buying physical as well. So that's really cool. But I just think, why not get a Vita? And like, I really hope they do some sort of price drop. Obviously, the Vita is going to get more love with the PlayStation experience coming up at the end of the year. I wonder if they'll do it there or if they'll do it sometime soon. It'd be the perfect time now with all these games coming out. And not only that, but the drought of summer. So
yeah,
I could see that. Man, I really want a colored Vita now, even though I have the OLED screen.
Like the blue?
The blue or the orange looks crazy. So
I really like the orange.
Yeah, I did too. But that was my topic. I mean, it's not like anything super like. I mean, we can sit here and talk all day about it, but I'm just saying, like, it's just letting people know, like, there's still quality games. Just spread the word, and there's plenty to do on the Vita. And like every time I look at the store, and they have the sale going on too, right? Like I was telling you about. You know, MXGP has a Vita version.
Oh, very nice.
And it looks fucking great. I was like, man. And it's like $2 and some change right now with the sale, and it's usually like $30. And you know the games like Digimon that are on there, Final Fantasy, all those, they're like $40 to $50 games on the Vita. And when they
that is one great thing about the Vita is that the games are cheap. You know?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is like I'll get on the Vita, and we just got Severed too, which is a Vita exclusive right now. And
I hope that game is selling well. I hope it is.
Right. Yeah. And I cannot wait to get my hands on it because everything I've seen, that game looks. I mean, he has a lot of touch swipe and stuff, like, you know, hack and slash with your finger and stuff.
And it's short, I heard as well.
Right. Yeah. Short, a good experience. Yeah. You got tons of games. Some games you have played. Some games that you might already have because they're like cross-play or a cross-buy or something, you know, cross-buy.
Dragon's Crown, I want to
Dragon's
play
Crown
on Vita. I have the PS3 and Vita version.
Right, yeah. And it feels
I still haven't even touched it yet.
It just feels like it's supposed to be on the Vita every time I've played that. So a lot of good games. Plus you have Uncharted Golden Abyss to look forward to, which is fucking awesome. Killzone Mercenaries.
Wipeout 2049.
Well, man,
2046.
That game has 2 campaigns, and I finished 1, and that took a while. Like, that
I think one was like I think they added the Wipeout HD campaign in there.
Right. Yep. The Wipeout HD campaign is in there. That is correct. Oh, it's Tropical Punch.
So kind of Studio Liverpool to add a game that they already have and put it in a game that, you know, they made. So they're very awesome of them.
Oh, for sure. You know what? But that is my topic of the week: is the PlayStation Vita and why not to have one. If you have one, spread the word, show it some love. Such as myself, I try to do it as much as possible, and I to be honest, I can't even picture myself without one. And when I didn't have one, I was like, what was I doing? I mean, yeah, they're still kind of expensive, and when I paid for one, it was like $200 and some change.
The OLED.
Yeah, the OLED. That's why I really wanted one. Yeah, because they had a price drop going on, a sale going on for the OLEDs because they were bringing in the Slims. So I took advantage of that. But it's just memory cards, man. If you can find a way around it, or you can get one imported.
That's the worst part about it. The worst part about it is the memory cards. Oh man.
Just look for deals like Play Asia has one. The best one to get is from Japan. It's 164 gigs. Is the biggest card. It's only in Japan. You can buy it off of Play Asia, get it imported to the United States. Best way to go.
Everything on there.
Yeah, and I think they have like a 64 gig, 75 gig, or something like that in the United States. But I recommend getting the one from Japan. Anyways, like I was saying, why not? Tell your friends. Get a Vita, and who knows? Like, there's people who have picked them up at garage sales for $30, $50. Look at pawn shops, man. Let's look around. If you see one, a Vita needs a home, grab one and come over to Vita Island. You know what I'm saying? All the houses are taken here on Vita Island, but you can sleep on the beach, or you can be a Vita bum. Whatever.
It's the only console where I would want. Well, console, but it's the only device where I would buy it, and I wouldn't have to buy anything else for it. I would just need a memory card.
Exactly. Yeah, and you have all the games you can need right now. Like you have so many games, Garth.
So, the only game that I would want left, like the only game that I have to
have my Katamari.
Not is Persona 4 Golden.
You know what? That was on sale the other day for $8, and that game went right back up to $30. Yeah, I should get it because everybody says, even if like there's been people like, oh, I wasn't a Persona fan until I played Persona 4 Golden on the Vita.
The soundtrack is, man, the soundtrack
right,
is,
yeah.
It's it's probably my top 5 soundtracks.
Well, see, I've watched let's plays of that game. I've probably seen like the first 4 or 5 hours of that game, which I probably shouldn't have done, but there's a few people I watch.
Persona 3 is even coming. Persona 3 is coming to the Vita as well.
Vita as well, yes. And that tells you
it's coming in thing, and I absolutely love Persona 3.
Well, doesn't that tell you something right there? It's fucking selling, obviously. Persona games. Maybe Persona 5 will get a downgraded port or something to the Vita. That would be fucking crazy.
I would hope that's what happened, but I would hope that the 3DS version, Persona Q, would come to the Vita.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know if that would ever come.
You never know. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But anyways, that's the topic of the show. I actually wanted to drop right into the drop of the week. You know, the whole PlayStation drop, because I'm already here. We're already talking about games. And Garth, I know what you always tell me. What can we get on the PlayStation Store this week?
Yeah, I don't get to ask that. I don't get to ask that.
You don't get to ask it this week. But if you want to know where all the PlayStation, if you want to know where all the digital releases, physical releases, all that good stuff, where you can pick up your mom and pop shops and all that good stuff, the show ultimate destination to do so. We'll let you know every week. The new PlayStation games for 6/28/2016. Now is actually July 1st. As of recording this, we're recording it late. These games will be available. There's also releases throughout the week, but now they will be available also. First game I'm going to be reading off to you and everybody else. 7 Days to Die, a big release.
That game
on
looks
PC.
awesome.
Right. I mean, yeah, it doesn't look the best, but the things the game does,
I like the concept.
Right. Yeah, the concept exactly. Minecraft with zombies in a way. A little. I
don't know about tower defense though. I'm not very, very good at that.
Right. Well, think of it like this, Garth. You're just first person building like Minecraft, and then you got enemies coming at you. That's pretty much, like, it's not like tower defense like you think, like top down role playing, but it does have RPG elements.
I'm not that good at that stuff.
Right. So PS4 digital and has retail release. 7 Days to Die. I think it's somewhere on I think it's a cheap game though. I think it's like.
It's $29.99.
Okay, so $30. It's set in a brutally unforgiven
post-apocalyptic. Does it have co-op?
I'll get into it. Let me read it. I'm not sure. If it does, it's probably going to be a must-buy. But set in a brutally unforgiven post-apocalyptic world overrun by the undead, 7 Days to Die is an open-world game that is a unique combination of first-person shooter, survival horror, tower defense, and role-playing game. It presents combat, crafting, looting, mining, exploration, and character growth in a way that has seen a rapturous response from fans around the world. So this was on PC first. Got a big response. And then people liked it. I don't see anything about co-op. Or you can go on the PlayStation Store now and find out if you like.
Another old PC game coming, sort of like we're getting a Hawken as well.
Hawken, yeah.
July 8th, I believe.
Right. Colin Moriarty is one of his favorite games on the Vita, A Boy and His Blob, which is also on PS4, but it's getting a PS3 digital release. So nice to see the PS3 getting some love. But this game was actually out. I think it was
on sale right now for $2.99.
Right, and it's totally fucking worth it, man. I'm telling you, I'll probably get it on the Vita. But the platforming and everything, the puzzles and all this game looks fucking outstanding. But this game came out originally. I think it was the SNES and the Sega Genesis, I believe. But the first time I had ever played it, that version was the other night when it was me, Julian, and all of us hanging out, and we were playing, and she had her Cherry Pie thing, her emulator, and we had plugged it into the TV, and we were playing A Boy and His Blob and all that. So it was really cool. But anyway, A Boy and His Blob makes a triumphant return as the boy. You feed the blob jelly beans and watch him transform into cool, useful objects to solve puzzles, escape danger. A Boy and His Blob marks a re-release of his 2009 cult classic. All right, Castles, PS4 digital. Castles, simple name, just Castles. Obviously, Castles tells the story of an ambitious king, Harold, whose greatest achievement will be the tower you're constructing. As the tower grows taller and taller, more and more challenges arise along with it. Sorry, featuring 3 different modes and more than 50 levels of randomized gameplay in story mode. You'll never play the same game twice. Doodle God was on here, but the release date of the game has been updated. They don't have any other information on there, so I'm not sure what happened, but it was on here the other day. It probably got in the PlayStation Store update, got some more information, but we're on the drop, so letting you guys know all the details about the game. Full Mojo Rampage, PS4 Digital. Full Mojo Rampage is a roguelike that takes place within the confines of a voodoo reality.
This game looks awesome, actually.
Does it? I'll have to check it out. In this realm, only the most powerful rights and powers can provide a safeguard against evil. Dying is not the end, only the beginning to become a stronger voodoo soul. You said cool art style. Like, what vantage point do you play at? Like top down and third person? Okay. God Eater Resurrection, PS4 and PS Vita Digital. God Eater Resurrection, I can't say this for some reason. Facing an enemy completely immune to conventional weapons, modern society is driven to the point of extinction. One last hope remains, following the Fearney organization development of God Arcs. Their Widers are their... Oh, I'm sorry. Looks like an R there. Let me zoom in there. The Wielders are organized into the elite force of God Eaters. As the newest recruit of Fearney's Far East branch, discovered in the times of adversity, humans will go to any length to survive in God Eater Resurrection. Hearts and Slash is up next. It's PS4 digital only. It's a 3D brawler, roguelike robot love story set in a world where mechanics are all that remains from human civilization. Play as Heart, a central robot fighting to escape the grip of evil and all seeing machines.
I think it's that one that looks awesome. I might be a mistake from the other game.
We'll have to check them both out. So I'll probably look on the PlayStation Store and give the old trailers a look. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Eyes of Heaven is next. PS4 digital release. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Eyes of Heaven, serving you stylish tag team action. Realness exclusive on PS4, featuring a completely new 2-on-2 battle system. Large arenas, more characters, all the DLC previously released in Japan, and brand new scenarios from how you say this? Hiroki Araki's epic series. Get ready to experience the house of Joestar like never before. Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens, PS4, PS3, PS Vita, digital, and retail. The game pretty much explains itself, but in a Lego universe. Panda Run, PS Vita, digital only. Help Panda survive, coming cold in this new exciting game. Grab onto the snowboard and ride the stunning adventures all over the world. It's snowing everywhere, so pandas can easily hit the slopes of Egyptian pyramids or the hills of sunny Italy, unlock new boards, perform tricks, and break through the new records. All right, we have... Oh my god, there's so many games this week. Holy fuck me. All right, we mentioned Zero Escape is a PS Vita digital and retail game. A game that I'm pretty excited for is actually not doing too bad with some reviews and stuff I've seen come up is the Technomancer. PS4 digital and retail.
That does look pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Technomancer is an action RPG set on Mars, feared and respected by all. The Technomancers are fearsome warriors trained to fight from a young age. You are on the verge of completing your initiation rite to become a fully fledged Technomancer yourself, but will you survive long enough to uncover the mysterious hidden Mars dusty embrace?
Who's the developers?
Maximum Games, and it's published by
nice.
I cannot remember the publishers.
Maximum Games.
They'll have to come to me. Hey, by the way, that game looks really good. Steerden, they could say it. Steerden is PS4 digital. Steerden is a frantic and chaotic space shooter carved in beautiful pixels with insane boss battles. Star Ocean. Exclusive to PS4, Star Ocean is the epic sci-fi RPG saga that takes players to the stars and beyond to make its triumphant return with the 5th installment in the series. The title is developed by Tri-Ace the celebrated studio behind each of the previous iterations, with character design by Ackerman Street Fighter series. Dallas Sparlock Mania chopped that up. Spy Chameleon is digital only. It's coming out for PS4. Don't let the comic look fool you. Being a good RGB agent requires a lot of talent. Spy Chameleon is an arcade puzzle game where the players must avoid being seen thanks to the chameleon ability to change colors and camouflage. We also got Resident Evil 5, PS4 digital release. It's got a bumped up frame rate and 1080p. I don't know if it runs exactly at 60 frames. I guess I'll have to see Digital Foundry how that goes.
A really choppy frame rate. I watched
really
Digital Foundry. It can't even stay at 60.
Well, that's
it's a shame.
Capcom needs to get their shit together, or whoever did this remaster, because that's uncalled for, to be honest.
Yeah.
You get the exclusive that was on PC exclusive No Mercy mode, as well as all the other DLCs and all that good stuff. Prison Architects, PlayStation 4 edition. From building new cells and facilities to hiring staff and creating reform programs, all while dealing with the informants, contraband, smuggling, gang warfare, full-scale riots, and more. Man, a lot of releases this week. Pharaonic, PS4 digital. Pharaonic is an unforgiving side-scrolling action RPG set in Egyptian.
It sounded like you said Veronica.
It's Pharaonic. Pharaonic, I'm sorry. Like a pharaoh, but Pharaonic.
Yeah.
Explore a vast kingdom full of danger and brutal enemies while you find the truth behind Moses. And that's it. That's it for the drop. So glad I got that. Like, holy shit, a lot this week. So if there's something... Actually, there's something for everybody in this fucking drop. So if you're looking for something to play, I think this week is a perfect week, especially with the sale going on. If nothing interests you in the sale this week, just wait till next week. There's going to be 2 weeks.
Do you want to name off some of the sales for some, maybe?
Yeah, I could actually do that. Let me go and pull that up. Say that again?
Like the interesting games that are at least on sale.
Yeah, I'll look. I'll look through the list right here. Let me scroll down here.
This is just week 1, so there's going to be another sale next week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's nothing, up your alley, then just give it a week. But there's a lot of new releases coming out, so there's got to be something to interest.
Yeah, definitely.
Everybody, so come on. Let's see. Yeah, there's a lot. I'm trying to scroll through these releases and stuff here, so we can pull that up. Also, boy, I might as well mention it now before I forget. The PlayStation Plus free games for July.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Fury, which actually looks pretty awesome, by the way. And then we got Saints Row: Gat Out of Hell, which is a standalone game from Saints Row 4. I never been the biggest Saints Row fan. Those are the PS4 digital games, or the PS4 PlayStation Plus games.
Fury looks like a game that I would get stuck on within 10 minutes. Never
does
played.
Does it look like it to you? Okay.
Yeah. I'll give it a try though. I mean, I like the art style.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't look. Doesn't look too bad.
I like that Call of
Juarez. Yeah,
Juarez,
that's
but
when.
I don't even know.
Huh?
I don't even know, and I would play that though.
Right. But I heard that's a really good game. And then after that main one in the series, they screwed up by doing that the Cartel one.
Cartel.
Yeah, and someone else developed it. It wasn't the same studio under Ubisoft, but it's Call of Juarez Bound in Blood for PS3, Fat Princess for PS3, which is awesome because I never even got to play Fat Princess, but that game always looks really good to me. Or Shika, Tainted Bloodlines for PS Vita, and Prince of Persia Revelations for PlayStation Vita. See, I don't know if that's a PSP title. Maybe not. I'm not sure. But I'll have to look into that. So I always like the.
I think
Prince of Persia.
Yeah.
But also a hidden release nobody's paid really attention to, but the PlayStation Plus Extra is Paragon. Paragon, you could try it out with the open beta. What is it on August 16th?
So it's actually free. It's not like pay a $20
Well, it says
thing.
as an added benefit this month, PlayStation Plus members get an early access to Paragon before it hits on open beta on the 16th. So you actually get to jump in the beta and play it. No, it's going to be a full-fledged game, about $40 eventually. So, but you can still get it and jump in there and give it a try. But the game looks really good though, so I'm interested. Definitely interested.
Yeah.
So, all right, man. There's a lot of shit on the PlayStation blog this week. So fucking A. I wasn't really going to read much of these sales, but I definitely want to, though.
Just a few. I mean, you don't have to read all of them.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely not going to read all of them.
Oh, the ones that
interest you?
Yeah, just the ones that interest you.
Yeah, for sure. I'll do that. Chill out, bitch. There we go. I like how they named it mid-year sell.
Yeah, mid-year, yeah.
Like, I guess that works. That's a cool name, I guess. Can't come up with anything else. All right. All right, for the mid-year sale, I like how they have Doom, Tetris Ultimate, and Street Fighter in the beginning. Tetris Ultimate, I think I might just get that on Vita. That game looks fucking... I love Tetris in general. Okay, the first game for PS4, The Boy and His Blob. The sell price, the plus price. I'm just gonna name out the PlayStation Plus prices because if you don't have PlayStation Plus, pretty much like you're not getting the best out of this. So, A Boy and His Blob
definitely.
is $2.49. Action Henk is $5.99. Air Conflicts Vietnam Ultimate Edition is $5.99.
Transformers Devastation.
Yeah,
$14.79.
Right. A lot of the Awesome Knots stuff. So if you're a big Awesome Knots fan, that's anywhere from like $2.49 to like the digital collector's edition.
Wonder, a game that you play as a tree, an MMO.
Well, Wonder's an MMO, yeah.
$4.99.
$4.99. Back to the Future of the Game 30th Anniversary Edition, $7.99. Not too bad. Broken Age, go on.
Oh yeah.
Broken Age was just cross buy. So if you buy it on PS4, you can PS3 and Vita.
Lords of the Fallen is $5.99.
That's a really good deal. But I got it free on Xbox.
Yeah.
Games with Gold. So Dirt Rally's at a good price for $44.99. Custom Quest $2.99. Cell Damage HD, which is awesome because on PS4 it's only local. But the good thing about that on PS4 you have share play, so you can just play with a friend.
Yes. Cell Damage. That's a game that I want.
Yeah. It's also 3-way cross-buy, so PS3 and Vita as well.
They didn't put online. The Last Tinker, as every week. That game's always on sale.
Oh, they're trying to get rid of it. Goosebumps the game. I think that game looks fucking awesome because I like point and click, and so does Veronica. We played a few of those together. Also, Goosebumps the movie, the new one. If you haven't seen it, fucking watch it. It's fucking awesome. Big fan of Goosebumps.
I love
Grim
Goosebumps.
Fandango remastered, which is also on Vita. So if you buy this,
which I have.
Right.
Because the PlayStation Plus.
Right.
$1.40. $3 or $3.89.
Right. If you're worried about Homefront of the Revolution, they have the patches out now, so it's good to go. You can get that for $38.99. That's still.
Jamestown Plus, the shmup, is $2.39.
That's a buy. Yeah. Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris, which you beat, I recommend a game. $5.99 is still.
It's a great game.
Yeah. If Julia's crazy.
Julia's recommend that game anymore.
If she doesn't get Little Big Planet 3, because she was having a blast playing it the other night. But $5.99. So that's a fucking. MXGP, the official motocross video game, $8.99.
Which is a great deal.
Definitely a great deal. Well, shit, like
even though 2 is out, but I mean.
Yeah, but a lot of people are saying there's not much changes. It's like they're trying to cash cow out of it.
Plus, it's not like a sports game where you're like have to have the updated.
Right. Well, I mean, if you're super,
it's just a
hardcore motocross
racing
fan.
game. I don't care about that,
Right. Yeah. If you're a super hardcore motocross fan, then it might matter. Hey, Garth, what about Submerged?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I've seen that. Yeah, it's that's
that
also.
Remember we were talking about the game a while back. Street Fighter V, which Dallas, it's $40.19, a great deal. But you can also get the physical version. I've seen for like $20 on GameFly, or there's a lot of places I see it used, or they're on sale like $20 all the time. Another awesome game, Super Stardust Ultra, $3.24.
Yes.
Excuse me. That's HD version. It was on PS3 as well.
I have it on PS3.
Yeah, so do I. Let's see. Telltale Games Collection, $21.99. Holy shit, that's insane. There's a lot. I can go on here all day, but that's a good handful of stuff that you guys can get there. All right. Before we move on to the rest of the stuff, I'm going to mention some things that will be coming out here shortly in the future. Assault Suite Linos is coming July 12th to PS4. Neverwinter, which is a free-to-play, it's like an MMO style game. It's actually on Xbox right now, Xbox One and PC, but it's heading to PS4 July 19th. PS Vue also launched on Android, which is awesome for me because I use PlayStation Vue, and I would definitely look forward to downloading the Android app so I can watch my TNA Impact on the go. Death's Gambit should be getting soon, getting a release date soon. I don't know if you've seen this, Garth or Dallas, if you're still watching, but Death's Gambit is kind of like a Castlevania style game. You can play multiple characters though, choose kind of different classes, but the fucking art style of the music in that game looks so good. I hope it gets a Vita release date. Go Future Retro and Super Hypercube comes out on October 13th. You also got Thumper launching on PSVR October 13th. Let's see. Anything else I'm missing?
By the way, did you see that Matt Hardy's favorite game is out?
What is that?
It's $14.99. Yeah. Brother Nero, nothing remains obscure. $14.99 for PlayStation Plus people.
Go get that. You gotta go get that.
Yes.
Classic Shooter Assault Suite. July 12th. Let's see. Did I miss anything? I think I covered everything. Besides Uncharted 4.
By the way, did you ever see that?
What's up?
Did you see that Pac-Man game? That Pac-Man 256. That looks awesome.
Yes, it does. Also, Banner Saga 2, which I think are we getting a Banner Saga 2 on Xbox for free, or is it Banner Saga? I can't remember. Banner Saga 2 marches on to PS4 July 5th. Alien Nation is getting local co-op, leagues, and more. Arrival July 5th. We got to jump back in there, Garth. Adventures of Mana is out today on PS Vita, so it's available. But yeah, that's covering it all for you guys. What's that?
Exorcist got Alien Nation, so we have, and his friends. So we have four. So we have 4 people to play with.
Very nice. How far have they gotten?
Probably farther than us because they were on it fucking a shit ton all ready yesterday. They were playing it all day and all night yesterday. It was crazy.
Yeah, I can't do that on Alien Nation. Yeah, it's a fun game, but not all day, all night. That's for sure. All right, Garth, that's it for releases and everything that's coming up here in the future. Like I said, you guys can go over to our Facebook page. We're always dropping news back and forth on our Twitter as well at GamerCade1986. So if you guys want to get the latest scoop and everything PlayStation, that's definitely the destination for you. All right, Garth, let's jump into some news. What do you say?
Yes.
All right. First things first. This is like one of the titles of the video here, as you can see above. PS4 Slim to be released in addition to the PlayStation Neo. Reports say Sony analysts mentioned a PS4 Slim in the pipeline, separate to the already confirmed PlayStation Neo. All right, Garth. If there is a slim version that comes out and it does kind of the same as the Xbox One S with the 4K video and the lighting effect, what is it called? HDR? I can't remember, but certain HD TVs have it, the lighting effect and stuff like that. Would you be interested in getting a PS4 Slim, or is your PS4 too loud? You don't feel like switching?
No,
you're not interested in the Slim at all. What if it looks fucking sick as shit? Like fucking way awesome, way beautiful.
I mean, if it looks sick, I mean, that would be great. But I mean,
you're okay with your PS4?
Be getting, and plus of her, all I really care about right now is just the games. It's really all I can get, anyways. So I can't get another. I'm happy. I'm happy with what I got.
That's good. That's good to know. That's good to know because, not everybody can just, fork out cash for a new console or a Slim or whatever. It was just, and plus, if they had a cool trade-in thing, like, trade your old console in, spend $50 more, get a Slim or something. If you like the new best thing, this is awesome news for you because my PS4, trust me, even on NBA 2K16, I mean, I don't play a lot of sports games, but it was weird because we got that game for PlayStation Plus, right? Every time a cutscene would happen, my fucking fans would go ape shit. I'm not kidding. There was times where I was playing
absolutely.
like Rocket League back in the day. It doesn't do it really much anymore, but
they fixed a lot of it. It used to be horrible, but yeah, like that's one thing I don't like about the PS4. That's the only thing. My only complaint is the fans. You know?
Yep. Same here.
Supposedly the newer versions, the ones with the buttons instead of the touch, they actually fix the fans. Like it's actually a lot quieter.
Yeah, Dallas has that one, which I like the buttons. I want. And I like all the same black color. Like the shimmery black is nice, and don't get me wrong, I think it looks good. But that is replaceable, so we can always get a replaceable part for
that. That's true. We could. We'd probably go to where exactly would we go to get one of those?
You can go to Amazon. They have different faceplate things. There's all kinds of PlayAsia has them. All kinds of places on the interwebs.
Yeah, because those things are pretty cool. They got like blue ones, red ones. Yeah, they got all kinds of cool ones.
All kinds, wood looking colors, all kinds of stuff like that. Even some with like sticker designs, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, those are awesome.
Yeah, for sure. What was I going to say? But a PS Slim would be cool to see. How much smaller can the PS4 get, though? You know what I'm saying? But then again, I wouldn't be surprised if Sony pulled it out because remember how the PS2 Slim looked? Like don't ever
underestimate Sony when it comes to their slim consoles because remember the PS3 how crazy big it was.
Yeah.
And now look at it today. It's like the size of this. It's like the size of my computer. It's like tiny like this. Like it's crazy how much they've slimmed it down. Like
it is insane. It definitely.
And honestly,
is insane.
I don't like that version of the PS3. I still think the best slim ever, in my opinion, the best slim console ever is the PS3, the second PS3 Slim. Or the first PS3, the one that came out, the one that came out in 2000,
not the George
2009. Yeah, that PS3 Slim is probably my favorite slim console, probably ever. Right. The Xbox 360 is a pretty nice slim console too, but I like the
yeah, definitely. I have the first slim Xbox 360. Those things are so beautiful because that's when they first got Wi-Fi. Yeah. And it looks super slick. It's weird because it looks like a beautiful, really slimmed down gaming rig, like a gaming PC. The way the outside looks, and I really like the way it looks. It's really nice. But anyways, so PS4 Slim to be released in addition to the PlayStation Neo. That is just a rumor. Take that with a grain of salt. But I wouldn't count this out. This is most likely going to happen. So, and Neo is still expected this year as well. But we'll have to wait and see how that all ends up panning out for Sony and what
the thing is when you said that they would release the Neo this year. So if they released the Slim, when would they release this? Because they would already have,
Well, they would
have to announce it like they would have to announce it,
Well, Tokyo Game Show apparently they're announcing both. Tokyo Game Show apparently they're announcing the Slim and they're announcing the Neo. So I bet they will be released to this holiday, both of them. So,
all right.
Next news. It's not little news. It's big news. It's got everybody pretty much fired up and excited. BioShock the Collection is headed to PS4, Xbox One, and PC in September. 2K Games finally announces the remaster that leaked more than Rapture. that was pretty funny.
We get to play I'm going to play this. I am going to get this. I'm going to play this. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to play it in order. I'm going to play Infinite. I'm going to play the Burial at BioShock. It all in order. And it's going to be awesome.
1080p and
60 frames. Yeah. I swear, as much as I love those games, I could not stand the performance on PS3. They were awful. Except for Infinite. Infinite was actually
terrible.
Infinite was actually pretty good.
Right, Infinite was.
They actually knew what they were doing in Infinite. But 3 or the first one does not hold up very well. Graphics doesn't hold up. But imagine though, like the graphics for the first game. I want to see what the first game looks like because the first game just doesn't hold up.
Guess
so
what?
I'm very looking
you can
forward
get trophies
to it.
now.
Yes. Well, I have trophies for all of them, for all 3 of them. But
wait, trophies aren't. I know trophies aren't on original BioShock, right?
No, they are.
They are.
Yeah, they are.
I remember them. Okay. I think they patched it because I don't think it got released with trophies, did it?
They patched them.
Okay, they patched them. Okay.
But
I was gonna say when it got released, there was none.
But yeah, I have like almost 50% of the trophies.
Okay.
But man, I can't wait. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
I get to.
But anyway,
60 frames a second.
Yeah.
And
I'll go into the
1080p
details.
is-
2K Games has officially announced BioShock the Collection on PS4, Xbox One, and PC release on September 13th in the United States, September 15th in Australia, and September 16th internationally. The compilation will include BioShock, BioShock 2, BioShock Infinite, and each bit of single-player DLC, all remastered 1080p 60 frames for the modern hardware. You know what? This is all in one of my most hated engines ever.
Unreal 3.
Unreal 3. Fucking terrible engine, by the way. Fucking ugly. If
It was nice for the time, but it aged. It aged very badly.
It did age very quickly. And it didn't run the best on a lot of platforms. PS3,
especially on PS3,
which is the NVIDIA hardware and the cell processor, and a lot of PCs that had NVIDIA and stuff, it didn't run it.
Texture pop in.
But what I was gonna say was, I was really hoping that this would get released, re-released with the Unreal Engine 4, kind of like the Batman games are getting, which those are delayed until nobody knows when. But that's going to be remastered.
Because it looked awful.
I doubt it looked awful in Unreal 4, which is going to be Unreal.
No, but I'm talking about like facial animations, like the.
That's probably not what it is. I'll tell you what it is. The game is probably completely broken, just like the PC version was for Batman Arkham Knight. So
what is up with Rocksteady and those developers over there at the Batman games?
Well, Rocksteady's not doing it themselves. I don't know who they're hiring to do it, but they need to get their shit together.
Yeah, really.
But the official word from the collector's edition existence comes from the ratings board in Brazil and the U.S. leaked its existence in April, which we've seen a long while back, and everybody's wondering. We talked about it on the show before, the BioShock collection, but then we said, take it with a grain of salt. It's just a rumor, but it does see the light of day. So September 13th, and here in the United States. So the wait is finally over, and all the speculation and all that good stuff. So not too far, Garth, awesome. And you can look forward to the BioShock collection, which is awesome. So
another game that I'm really passionate about, like Fallout. I love Fallout and BioShock. Those games are amazing, and I love that I get to play them again. I could play those games over and over again because I've played through Infinite multiple times. I've played through 2 multiple times. I've only played 1 through once, and that was it. But I want to play through that again as well.
Right.
Infinite actually, because you said that the games run on Unreal Engine 3 and they don't age well.
Right.
Infinite actually doesn't look too bad.
No, it doesn't.
Infinite actually is a Unreal Engine 3 game, but it's one of the newer generation Unreal 3 games, and it actually doesn't look half bad.
Right. There was games that eventually it was more of like an advanced version of Unreal 3 where all the kinks are worked out. It did look better though. It did.
Yeah.
But there's still something about that engine I still don't like. Like I could tell if a game's going on, I'm just like, there's something about this I don't really care for.
Yeah, it's like generic. Like the physics aren't that great. Like they're not mind blowing. They just when you kill someone, I know. But when you kill someone and they just fall over. Like there's nothing amazing about it.
Right. Yeah. The animation of it.
I agree.
Yeah. Moving on to the next little bit of news. It's a real small little bit of news, and then we'll jump into the greatest hits game of the week. But actually, you have something as well. So then after these 2 things, Road Rash was one of my favorite games growing up. Sega Genesis, Sega CD, all kinds of platforms, PC as well. I loved driving the bikes, racing locally or against the AI, beating the shit out of them and getting first place. Well, we won't have to wait much longer to do that again because Road Redemption will be fully released on October 15th. The old gen
Day
versions
after my
for
birthday.
the old gen version for PS3 and Xbox 360 are canceled. So that's good news because I want to see this all on current gen. I don't
New
want
hardware.
exactly. But Pixel Dash Studios and EQ Games announced that the Road Rash inspired Road Redemption will be fully released on October 15th. So I'm excited. That's a day before my birthday. This is probably going to be
Day
a
before
small
mine,
title,
or a day after mine, and a day before yours. Pretty awesome.
right? I hope this has multiplayer because how fun would it be just to be like racing and beating the shit out of each other? So
Yeah,
and
cool.
it's probably going to be a budget title.
Probably.
And I'm looking at some screenshots now. It looks like you can have a chainsaw, so you might be able to cut your friends up while you're racing. You got hammers, axes, chains, classic chain. But anyways, I thought that was a really neat bit of news. I'm a big fan of Road Rash. So, all right, Garth, I knew you had some news. Actually, some good news. A good news as in a big story, not good news, but
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it's good news, but it's good and bad news, I guess. Like Kazunori Yamauchi, the guy who creates Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo, yes.
Good news is that he really loves the PS4's hardware, and he loves the architecture, and he can do a lot of stuff to it. He hated the PS3. He hated working on it, he struggled with a lot with it, which is because he was able to get dynamic weather in that game, but he can't get dynamic weather and dynamic.
Well, they didn't say that they could
on the PS4 hardware.
They did say they couldn't.
So that's kind of odd.
Right. They didn't say they couldn't get it. It's just that I don't think they're focused on it. I'm positive.
But I think that you see, but they already got they already know how to do it. I just don't think that.
I don't think that's their main focus either.
It usually is their main focus. Usually, it's always those little things plus everything else.
Right.
Of course, like except like the damage and sounds and stuff.
Well, see,
usually that plays in that factor. Now it does get dark, but it's not going to do it in real time, which is disappointing. Because sometimes it's like that. I like to start the race just when the sun is about to night, and then we start at night. Or I start the race. The sun is about to come up. I like to do those type of events. You can't do that here, so that's pretty weird to me that's the case.
Well,
and if that's the case, then that's pretty disappointing. And
for me, it's not weird because Gran Turismo Sport was actually in the beginning of development was never to be is where it is now. So I think that along the way they wanted to satisfy fans. So they're implementing more.
Hopefully it makes them. Hopefully it makes the game. Hopefully it makes their development team work faster in their games, because PS3 they were awful because it took forever.
We'll have to see how that all works out, and the hardware is more accessible and simplistic.
But I tell you what, though, they did a great job with the PS3 hardware because they pushed it, as far as it could go.
Right. Yeah.
And they did a lot of things. Definitely
did a good job.
It makes me wonder, what if the PS3 was an easy platform to develop for? What could have been the possibility? What could have Gran Turismo 5? So, but either way, I think that's pretty interesting news. Good news that he loves the PS4 and he hated the PS3. It's funny, someone who works for Sony bashing it, saying, "Oh, I hated the PS3."
Well, yeah, it had a lot of technological, issues and hiccups,
which a lot of people said about it. Stuff about that.
And it's very
Gabe Newell from Valve hated the PS3. He said it was a nightmare. It was a horrible console. Turns back around and goes ahead and makes Portal 2 the lead platform of it
Right.
on PS3.
Hold on,
So
let's see.
so yeah.
I'm getting comments here at the same time. I'm like, what the hell happened to him? He disappeared.
Maybe it was spam.
No, it was Muhammad.
Hi, spam.
And Dallas.
Oh, nice, Muhammad.
How's
it going, buddy?
Yeah. Commented about
boy.
That was earlier. Oh, what's up, man? How's it going? But I don't think this is something to be worried about. It's obviously not the hardware. It's just them. Like, okay, this game came out. It's supposed to be more of a multiplayer focused game, and competitive, like with esports. That was one of their main focuses. So they're throwing extra content into this and making it more of a full fledged. But you got to realize that the way Polyphony is, they like to add features later. So to give it some time, especially I bet this game is going to get well received. It's going to be the hardcore of hardcore. They already said they're trying to make simulation even beyond where it's set. So they're looking to make the standard. We had Yules on episode 10, big hard.
Oh yeah,
Yules 1. Because I know him on YouTube. One of the biggest Gran Turismo fans I've ever known. We had him on a special guest episode 10. If you guys want to go,
he is the greatest Gran Turismo fan I know. He is for me.
Right? Yeah. So, yeah, man. I don't know what to really say about that. I mean, I think we'll see him later on, but with them not having those features right now, it does suck because we've already kind of got spoiled with that with Gran Turismo 6 and Gran Turismo 5, but.
And now Forza has it.
Right, Forza, yeah.
So now, people with PS4, and don't tell me, that PS4 can't do it because the Xbox One is doing it, So
right, yeah.
I mean, and PS4 is a more powerful console, so
right.
You would think that the PS4 could do it easily, but
right, yeah. Just give it time.
I don't know. It's weird.
Just wait. But with the PS3 being difficult to develop for, we've heard that a million times. Gabe came out and said it. From Valve, he was one of the ones bashing the PS3 early on. I'm sure you remember that. And then eventually he came out with the Portal 2 announcement. Yeah.
That's what I just said. Like
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
yeah, that was my news.
I love it though, man. Yeah, if you guys want to go check out those articles, you can. They're up everywhere right now. That was one of the bigger news surrounding PlayStation and the Gran Turismo and all that. Garth, you know what time it is. Greatest hits game of the week. It's your turn. Next week will be mine, and so on and so forth. So what do you got for greatest hits game of the week?
I swear this wasn't intentional. Okay, you were talking about Vita games. You were talking about handheld games.
Yeah.
I just happen to have a handheld game. The first handheld game of this greatest hits.
Okay. Interesting.
Yes, and it's not a Vita game. It's a PSP game.
Oh, it's okay.
This is a launch title for PSP. So it's crazy that you had a topic about Vita, which is a handheld, and I have a greatest hits PSP a handheld.
Okay, that's fine.
No. It all works out. It's crazy how me and you thought the exact same. Like we were thinking of handhelds.
That's why we do the show.
No, but so this is my personal favorite PSP game of all time. This is my favorite PSP game. The original, and also this is my favorite of the series of all the games that are out for it. I am talking about Ridge Racer on PSP.
Oh, Ridge Racer PSP. I don't think I ever played that.
Man, that game looks beautiful. Still holds up to this day.
Right.
The gameplay is so smooth and so solid. It's super fun, and the tracks and everything. It's my favorite PSP game, and I wish I had a Vita because they do have it on the Vita that you could buy.
I never played that game. I cannot believe I didn't because me and my dad we both wanted a PSP when they first came out, and he got what game was it? It was Need for Speed. It was one of the underground ones. It was like Underground something or some knockoff of
Underground Rivals or something.
Something like that. Yeah. And then later on, I know they came out. It was way later on that they came out with the Most Wanted PSP game as well, which is pretty cool.
They also had a Burnout 3.
Yeah, it was
on there.
Burnout.
There's a lot of slowdown in that game. Yeah, that's what I had.
Yeah,
that's probably my second or third favorite PSP game. My second favorite PSP game, which almost made this list, which almost made the game today. It was either this or Ridge Racer PSP.
Hold on real quick. You had Ridge Racer, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ridge Racer was the game I picked, but the game I almost picked today, and it's my second, was All Pure. That was my second favorite PSP game. That game was awesome as well. So, but yeah, like I love the PSP version of this game. I played other Ridge Racer games, but this one was just, it had all the tracks from the previous games, or not every track, but like the greatest tracks of all the other.
Right. There were some good Ridge Racer games. A lot of good Ridge Racer games.
It had an awesome soundtrack. It had classic soundtracks, previous games, or it had previous Namco games. It also had a little mini game of pole position in the game as well. During the loading screens.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because when you said Bandai Namco, you know that they had a patent for that. Only they could do it. The games during the loading screens for years, and I guess their patent. Yeah, their patent had just ran out not too long ago. So now anybody could do it, but they were the first ones to have that patent and all that. That was really cool.
It has the original sound too.
I liked pole position.
Yeah. So that is my greatest hit game of the way. It's a shame that you never got to play. That's surprising because that game did very well.
I played a lot of
Ridge Racer games. It was very popular game. It's a very popular PSP game. But if you look up gameplay, the game's beautiful. The graphics were amazing. I was just blown away. I played that game every day for a couple years straight, honestly. It was very good. Yeah, it was very good. The game got very challenging as well. The more you, I never beat the game. I never unlocked all the tracks either. But nor did I unlock all the cars. But yeah, ton of fun.
I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, very, very good.
If it's on Vita, I'll have to. I mean, I know they have a.
It's $14.99 for PSP on Vita, which is awfully a lot.
It is a lot, yeah.
But
who knows how rare it is? So maybe they go about it. I'm not sure. So.
But it is fun.
Well, Garth.
So yeah, there's my first handheld game of the whole.
You broke the handheld seal when it comes to greatest hits games. So that's awesome.
Well, how I told you, like, how ironic is that? You had a handheld topic, and I have a handheld game.
Like I said, we just say blank. We gotta bring in the money.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
Anyways, though, I recommend everybody, if you guys have a Vita, I recommend everybody to go play that game. If I had to give this a rating, this would be a flat out just an awesome extra large cheese, mushroom, and pepperoni pizza.
Cheese, mushroom, and pepperoni. Yeah, we rate our greatest hits game on pizza, and a lot of our games on here. So that's what we call a PlayStation to pizza.
With pepper and Parmesan cheese on top, and it's excellent. Oh, Bapata Boopy. Bonjour. Oh.
Bapata Boopy.
And that's the Windows 95.
Yeah, it does remind me of that every time. All right, Garth, that was the greatest hits game of the week. You guys can look forward next week to my greatest hits game, see what I'm going to bring. So if you guys want to stick around, we do this episode of PlayStation Pizza.
And I have the topic next week, which I don't have a topic. I don't have a topic yet. I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. So I got a whole week to think about it. I've been thinking this whole past week, and I haven't came up with anything. So I better get to it.
You better get to it, yeah. But this has been PlayStation and Pizza. This is episode 14. If you guys did not know, the conversation doesn't have to end here. You guys can go over to our Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/Gamercade. If you guys want the ultimate destination for everything GCN, that's Gamercade Network, and that is gamercade.squarespace.com. You guys can get our Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff, everything. Also, we have a Snapchat, which I've just been posting random weird pictures on and goofiness. Added you on there too, Garth, so I don't know if you've seen me.
You have an actual Instagram, or did your?
Well, I use the Gamercade one. I don't know. I added.
Yeah.
But if you, my feed,
I haven't seen any posts from there in a while. But
I put Eli Drake on my face.
Oh,
and it was just being goofy because I'm a wrestling fan, and some silly stuff like that. So yeah, gamercade.squarespace.com. You guys can go check out our podcast, PlayStation and Pizza, and GCN's Gamescast over there on the podcast. Have you click that, scroll down. We're both there. Every week we have a new episode. Also, coming up July 10th, you guys can go on the Gamescast, and we will have Mike, I believe his name is, from Sky Matrix Gaming, will be on episode 50 of GCN's Gamescast. It's a big kind of thing for us. It's
how awesome. It's the 50th episode.
Right, yeah. So, Garth, I don't know if you're going to be there for that. It'll be on a Sunday, like 3 p.m. or something.
Which is the 4th, right? The 4th?
No. It's the 10th, July 10th.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. We'll do July 10th. And then July 11th, you guys can check out Sky Matrix Gaming's podcast. I will be on there on Monday. So, just doing a cross-platform thing. And then we'll have another guest on here in the near future. I'll reveal more of that later on. And then, but yeah, those are the sites you can find us on. So make sure you guys also go follow us on Twitter at GamerCade1986. All right. If you want to find me on PSN, it's XKillXZoneX. At the bottom, it's a little different. That's my Twitter, but it's XKillXZoneX. On Twitter, it's at the.
Have all one name, damn it.
Well, as taken, man. Everybody's taking that, you know. Goes on as the franchise.
Have it like me. You see if you're like me and have one name and no one else would think.
Yeah, trust me.
It makes it very, very easy.
Right. That's like Veronica. She has Ronnie Monster. She went, and as soon as she came up with that name, she went and took everything, like instantly.
Oh yeah, that's
Twitter, Snapchat, everything. You can name it, Facebook. So she has it all. She even when she first made her.
Even on Xbox?
And it's PlayStation Pod. Yeah, on Xbox. I'm surprised she got it on there. I was like, holy shit, somebody didn't take that. So that was surprising.
That's actually surprising. That is to think about it. That sounds like a name that people would have, but it isn't.
For sure. All right, guys. What about you on social media? Let's plug your social media.
Well, like I told you, I'll make this very simple. It's one name, and that's for everything. It's not a bunch of different.
Let's see your promo right here. Shoot the promo.
Not a bunch of 3s. It's not a bunch of X's. Brother Killzone, it's over because it's
over. This is the final deletion. That's what he said. That's what he said, Garth. On
what the fuck?
He said they're gonna have that crazy battle at their home area, their homeland, and all the land they have. So he's like, Jeff Hardy. He's like. You're lucky I can't get out of this 2-wheeled chair. I'm too injured. But next week, it will be the final deletion.
I'm going to do this. Oh, Gamercade. You will follow the power of Champ and feel the power. It's SpongeBob. Yes, it is. Bam.
It's like the New Day.
SpongeBob rocks. SpongeBob rocks. Burm, 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 burm.
We gotta create you on WWE.
But yeah, there you go. It's SpongeBob pretty much for everything now. And may not. The only thing that's different is Twitch, but that's SpongeBob _. So it's. Everything else is the same. So
that's awesome.
There you have it.
All right, guys. This has been PlayStation Pizza, GCN's PlayStation Centric podcast. This is episode 14. Until next time.
Don't forget to eat your bootios.
The next time, eat your bootios and game on.